thought today was a good first day. Really liked the energy of the confidence from the guys that are returning to be able to come out. I thought we had a nice, efficient practice. It wasn't a whole lot of wasted time, wasted movement. Plus with having 40 guys that this was their first ever spring practice and kind of getting acclimated to that. I thought they transitioned really well. We were able to get some good reps, across the board. Today was a big day of communication, alignment, making sure that we were focused on the early details to go out there and put ourselves in the best position. A lot of individual work, but I thought our guys came out and they worked well today. And it was a good first day. Not shocking that we had good energy. I mean, you should. First day back out, but there's been a great energy around the facility, and our guys have they're really buying into the meeting room aspect of it, carrying it through. From the walkthrough today was better than what they've been, and it's just that continued push. So good first day. It was good to see some of the newcomers come out and make some plays on both sides of the ball. I got some good special teams work here to begin, but I thought that all in all is what we needed for today.
A lot of talk yesterday about the number of players you have for the spring. How beneficial was that in action?
No, it's great, and you could see the acceleration of the tempo on a first day. With having 3 groups and to be able to roll them in. Some positions had a couple guys out here and there, so got into the numbers a little bit. But I think anytime you can start getting those quality reps with the young players, the new players, that's big, and still letting the older guys that have been here showcase some of that growth and development of what they've done throughout this off season. So like I said, all in all, it was a good day. These first 2 days when it's just in helmets, it's going to be we'll be kind of putting different things together, working on that foundation. But we're definitely excited when we get the pads on come Wednesday.
First chance to watch AJ throw it in a team setting. What did you think?
I thought it looked really good. For first day, true freshman quarterback. It's what we thought we were getting. So there's going to be a lot that's going to be thrown on him, and a lot that he's going to have to do and learn. But excited.
Are the video boards a new touch out there?
They are. That's something that we're working, trying to enhance. Just our teaching and making sure that we're maximizing all the time. With our guys. Since I've been here. That's our biggest push. What can we do to maximize the time for these student athletes when they're on the field, whether they're in, whether they're not? Always an opportunity to learn and get better, even though it might not be their specific rep. But can they benefit from what they see others do? And so we're looking at different ways to work through that, and we'll see how that continues to go.
Mike, you mentioned the newcomers. Does anyone stand out that you thought maybe kind of caught your eye a little bit?
Yeah, there were so many of them. They at different points, all of them. It was new receivers looked good. They made plays. There was some good things, some bad things. I saw defensive backs. Sam McCall, Azari Thomas. Definitely you see their length, their speed, their athleticism. That showed up big today. I like as we're coming through. You got Tatum, you got Jared. That's those guys are just learning and jumping in. But there's a lot of newcomers. Those freshman defensive linemen. I thought they flashed today. You see that athleticism just being in helmets and the movements. But I thought it was all in all a really good day. I liked what I heard. Trey Benson, like I said, we were limiting him a little bit. There's a couple really good runs that he had. Just you seeing the size and power that he has. Being able to run inside, but also just the things that he's doing to carry on. So I thought all in all it was a good day for a lot of those newcomers.
Do you like the level of competition between your DBs and receivers? Do you kind of get a good glimpse of how that's going to be able to play out?
And it needs to be that. And for those guys, every day they've got to push each other. They got to compete with each other. And that's where, as we've gone through tour of duty, there's been times that we've tried to create and develop the competition, which has to be something that is a daily focus, but also the encouragement. And what I loved is you see the competitive spirit of somebody going one-on-one, and even if somebody gets beaten, they're pissed about it, right? But then they still, they're encouraging that person they're going against in a sense of, they know that's going to make them better. And that's what you want to see. You want to see good on good all the time, to getting the most accelerated growth that we can possibly get. I thought today was a good start to that.
Jordan's performance coming in, you've been talking about
He looked good. Like I said, it's a obviously, and spiders and helmets, but you see some of the rhythm throws, you see some of the accuracy. I mean, he had a middle seam ball that was on rhythm, on time, great location. I like seeing that. I like seeing the confidence, in his drop and rhythm to be able to locate the ball where it needs to be. Still some plays that he's going to learn from today, and it's always that growth process, but you can see the confidence.
How much do you appreciate the former players coming back? I saw J-Ron, Cam, a bunch of other guys.
No, it's huge, and we've got a lot of the guys that are currently playing in the NFL that came back for this weekend. I know they're being recognized here today at the basketball game. It's just that's what makes Florida State so special. Is not only what we're doing and the things that are important within this program, it's who we represent. And to see those past players come back, just to have an opportunity and be around our guys, be able to build those relationships. Because anytime you connect the past to the present, you're building for the future. And that was really special to see those guys coming back. We got Leroy Butler just getting inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame, and what a special representative of Florida State. And it's an honor to have all those guys back.
Other than this practice, what other exposure did the former players get with other than?
I mean, last night we had a team meal that it was good for them to be able to interact and to be able to have those times, and some of them were able to break off and talk to the positions, and that's those moments in relationship, because all these guys, they are where our players want to be, but to be able to hear and feel the insight of the journey and the expectations, I mean that's what makes those relationships so special.
You talked about a few guys being out. Is there anyone you're not expecting to have all this spring?
We'll see how it goes. I mean, there's a couple guys that we know will be limited, but right now there's nobody just absolutely definite.
Recruiting so important to have relationships. How much of that is kind of forged letting people come out and watch practice, the families?
No, it's huge, and I thought today was a great turnout, and we're excited about the opportunity to have young men, and their families back, being able to see practice, see how we operate. It's one thing to hear about it, but it's another thing to experience in person. And we had a great turnout today.
Will a lot of the DBs be moving around, trying to get like cross training?
That's one thing with that group is we have a lot of experience in that group, and I think the confidence in what they're being asked to do. Now we can expand and look at trying to work those combinations. You saw Kevin play a little bit of corner today and be able to move around. Greedy Vance doing the same thing, and you'll be able to jump in, play some nickel. So we'll look at all of those things as we can find the best combinations and continue to build build that competition and really work from there.
Mike, does it ever get old? Excited for the first of the year? Does it still keep you excited?
I'm excited every day. But no, it's special. It's something I love it. Yeah, to be able to go do what I do, it's pretty remarkable. I try never to take a day for granted. And like I tell our players, you step on this field, you step in that meeting and go be your best. And that's what we try to do on a daily basis. Proud of where our guys showed up today, and we can get better. All right, thanks guys. It's great.